Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to make a video that was inspired earlier today as I was sitting and meditating and just kind of like reflecting on the past few weeks of my own life and my path and everything that's happening right now, especially due to COVID. And the one thing that really came to my attention today was really about rising up. And I asked myself, what does it mean to rise up? And why is this something that is coming to the surface right now? And as most of you know right now, like on the planet, everything has like come to a standstill. Everything literally has come to a halt due to the pandemic that's happening. And I feel like some people are looking at it in a negative aspect, and then we have other people who are looking at it in a more positive light. And I guess the way that I'm looking at it is it's like a gift wrapped in sandpaper. And why do I say that? Because there's never been a time in any of our life where we have been able to just slow down, like literally just slow down and not feel the pressures of work, not have to feel the pressures of go, 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 and feel the pressures of society. And I think for a lot of us right now, this slowing down has made us really like have to like take a step back and sit down and like take time to be with ourselves. And I think that time with ourselves is I don't even say like requiring, but like almost like forcing us to really go deep within ourselves. Now, this isn't what everybody's doing, because I think that there's still a lot of people who are still kind of stuck in that same mind frame. But I think that for a lot of you right now are actually being forced in a way where your perception is changing, your perception of reality is changing, and your mindset is beginning to open up in terms of the way of the world. And what was once deemed as normal is in fact not normal. And I think that for even I can totally like I can relate to this as well, for myself in my own life and my day to day. But I think the biggest thing too is that because we're being forced to flow and adapt with these changes, that we're seeing things in a different light, and I'm seeing things in a different light, and it's allowing us to be able to take the time to kind of get to know ourselves and get to know the things that really light us up. And so this whole idea of us rising up, I feel like this is a time for all of us as leaders of change, for all of us who are purpose driven, looking for purpose and to pursue purpose, for all of us who want to really step into being our most authentic selves and living a life of freedom, joy, and purpose. I think that right now for all of us, we are being called to rise up. And rising up means to really listening to the call of your soul. And so right now, I feel like there's a lot of us right now who are struggling with these changes, who may be feeling stressed, overwhelmed. And I think that because we're being forced to change, okay? So we're being forced to go through these changes. And I think that because we have been used to operating in a certain way, and because everything kind of just came to a standstill, we're stuck here like figuring out, okay, what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to pick up from here? And my message for you right now, if you're that person and if you're feeling like that, is to just let go. I know it sounds so like, but honestly, I just want to just say to you is let go and just breathe. Literally, just take a breath and just stop and breathe. And just remind yourself that right now, the rest of the planet is stopping right now. And you don't have to move, and that's okay. And you need to find what is going to fill you up at this time. You've been so used to operating in a way where it used to be like that was your normal. And you're now being forced to find a new sense of normal. Go with the changes, adjust with the changes. I also know that not only are we feeling these bouts of stress and anxiety and frustration, but we're also feeling this like sort of resistance as well. And what do I mean by this resistance? It's almost as though there's like two halves of you. So you've got one half of you who knows what's best for you, who knows what you truly, truly want to do and what you truly want to pursue, and knows that there's more and that and knows that you're capable of more. But then there's this other side of you who feels stuck, who also feels resistant to these changes, who also feels this fear toward the unknown, this fear toward the changes. And so I think that many of us are having this internal battle inside, and it's leaving us feeling very it's leaving us to feel very confused and chaotic and out of control. And what I want for you, what I really, really want for you right now is to rise up. And how do you rise up? You take back your power. And how do you take back your power? You give yourself a new narrative. You sit down and you take time with yourself. Start to, if there's something that you've been feeling called toward, if there's this passion, this hobby, this new thing that you have been feeling pulled toward, pick it up, do it. Spend some time researching it. Spend some time working toward it. That is how you rise up. Other ways that you can rise up: showing up and being present with your family, with your friends, with the people who are closest to you right now in this moment in time. Showing up and being present in those moments. What other ways do you rise up? By speaking up, by honoring yourself, honoring your truth, not worrying about what other people think, and not falling prey to the limiting beliefs and the perceptions of other people. What are some other ways that you can rise up? Other ways of rising up is to celebrate yourself. Guys, I was like in this stupid, horrible little frenzy, like where I was just like, I felt like I was in a rut. Like I felt crappy. And it wasn't until a friend of mine reminded me of something that I needed to do. And I remembered that I used to do this, but I stopped doing this. And one of my friends, Amanda, she shared this tip with me. And I tell you, it turned something around inside of me. And she said, Whitley, you just need to celebrate yourself. You don't need to like force a routine upon yourself. You don't need to like get back into the swing and then go back to who you were. She said, give yourself, just give yourself that time and that space and celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself that you can do these things and that you are striving in the things that you are as of right now. And so that's what I did. I started every single day when I would start off my morning, I would start listing out a whole bunch of things about why I am celebrating myself. And I would do it in the form of this. I would say, this is what I would do is, today, Whitley, I celebrate you, or today, Whitley, I am celebrating me because I am love. Today, I celebrate me because I am joyful. Today, I celebrate me because I have my family. So if you just like doing things like that. So that's another way that you rise up and you take your power back. Another way that you rise up and you take your power back is by sitting down and getting so intimate with yourself in terms of getting to really, really understand who the person is beneath all of this. Like getting to understand who you are, who you want to be, who you want to become, understanding what your goals are, what your dreams are, understanding who you want to be in this present moment, like who you want to be as a parent, who you want to be as a partner, who you want to be as in, like, with your health and your money and everything that is in your life, in your sphere. Who do you want to be? And being really, really clear on that. The other way that you can rise up and take your power back is by truly understanding the things that are holding us back. Understanding the things that are holding you back. Do you have habits? Do you have bad habits that you need to let go of? Do you have addictions like smoking, excessive eating, binge drinking? Like, what are the habits, the bad habits? What are the bad addictions that you need to let go of? That's the other thing too, guys, that I really want to highlight right now, because for the people who need to rise up right now, for the people who are feeling like almost like there's so much weight on your shoulders and there's so much like heaviness and you feel chaotic inside, it's because we're being forced to change and transition into something else, like up leveling. However, this is what I'm talking about. The resistance comes in the form of you not standing up and speaking your truth. The resistance comes in the form of you continuing to allow yourself to indulge in these bad habits and addictions. The resistance comes from a space of you not honoring yourself, loving yourself, filling up your cup. The resistance comes from you not enjoying and being grateful for the blessings and the moments and being present in your life. So this is what I'm talking about. When we are being resistant to the changes, it's no wonder that we're going to feel chaotic. It's no wonder we're going to feel out of control and like there's this big tsunami happening inside of us, because we really don't have control. And so what you need to do, what we need to do as a collective together, is to really let go, of all of the things that are no longer serving us, so that we can actually step into who we truly are, to our most authentic self, so that we can rise up, and be the person that we know to be, ourselves to be, so that we can rise up and let go of the baggage and the shit and the pain and the past hurts and traumas, so that we can rise up and really make the difference that we know we're meant to make in this world. So that we can rise up and actually stop caring about what other people think and let go of the limiting beliefs, let go of the fears, let go of all of this stuff that just no longer serves us. So my friends, today it is time to rise up into who you truly are. It's time. And just know that you're not alone. I'm in this with you. We are all being forced. We are all being pushed into becoming the next version of ourselves. I know you've been waiting for it. I know you have, and I know it's hard, and I know that all of these changes are difficult, and it's not fun, and it's uncomfortable. I know, I get it. I feel it too. But I promise you that the moment that you just make that decision, that you will rise up, that you will no longer accept anything less than what you deserve, that will be the time where you actually get to step into who you truly are. So with that, guys, I hope everybody has an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.